Have you ever scrolled through TikTok at 2 a.m. and thought, wow, that finance hack could totally change my life? Yeah, me too. But do any of these viral money tricks actually work? Or are they just financial fairy tales designed to get views? Well, I decided to find out. For the past 30 days, I've been a human guinea pig, testing 5 of the most popular finance hacks that have taken social media by storm. I'm talking cash stuffing, no spend challenges, the famous $5 a day investing method, the 24-hour rule, and yes, even that extreme 50-30-20 budget everyone keeps talking about. Some work brilliantly, others, total disasters. And one hack literally made me question everything I thought I knew about money. So before you jump on the next viral finance trend, grab a snack, get comfortable, and let me save you some time and potentially a lot of money. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Like many of you, my social feeds are constantly bombarded with financial advice. Some genius, some questionable, and some that make absolutely no sense. Rather than just scrolling past, I thought, why not put these hacks to the test in real life? So I selected 5 of the most popular finance hacks trending right now and committed to trying each one for a full 30 days. No cheating, no shortcuts, just an honest experiment to see what actually works. I tracked everything meticulously, my spending, saving, the psychological impact, and even how these hacks affected my daily life and relationships. Today I'm sharing the unfiltered results with you. First up, cash stuffing, the colorful envelope system that's taken FinTalk by storm. The concept is simple. You withdraw your monthly discretionary income in cash and physically divide it into categorized envelopes: groceries, entertainment, transportation, etc. Once an envelope is empty, that's it. No more spending in that category until next month. I created 8 envelopes for different spending categories and withdrew $1,200, my usual monthly discretionary spending. I decorated them because aesthetics matter, right? And divided the cash based on my previous month's spending patterns. Week 1 was honestly fun. There's something satisfying about physically handling money that digital banking doesn't give you. I felt more connected to my purchases and definitely more aware of my spending. By week 2, I noticed I was making more thoughtful decisions. That $14 salad for lunch? Suddenly it seemed ridiculous when I could physically see my food envelope getting thinner. Week 3 is where it got challenging. My dining out envelope was nearly empty, but my friends wanted to meet for dinner. I ended up borrowing from my entertainment envelope, which felt like cheating, but I guess that's the point. You become aware of these trade-offs. By week 4, I was getting annoyed carrying cash everywhere, and I missed my credit card points. Also, my partner thought I was being ridiculous counting cash before we could go to the movies. I spent exactly what I planned to, not a dollar more. That's a 12% reduction from my typical monthly spending. Pretty impressive. Pros: incredible spending awareness, zero chance of overspending, helped identify unnecessary expenses, surprisingly satisfying. Cons: inconvenient to always carry cash, missing out on credit card rewards, slightly time-consuming, security concerns with carrying cash. Next up, the notorious no-spend challenge. The rules are brutal but simple. No spending on anything but absolute necessities for 30 days. No takeout, no shopping, no random Amazon purchases at midnight. I define my necessities as rent, utilities, groceries, and transportation to work. Everything else was off limits. I even deleted shopping apps from my phone to remove temptation. The first few days felt like a detox. I realized how often I mindlessly buy things, a coffee here, an impulse purchase there. By day 5, I was irritable. I couldn't meet friends for drinks or order comfort food after a hard day. Week 2 got easier as I started finding free alternatives. I rediscovered my local library, went hiking instead of to the movies, and invited friends over for home-cooked meals instead of restaurants. But week 3, pure creativity. I made gifts instead of buying them, used up neglected pantry items, and found free events in my community I never knew existed. By week 4, something unexpected happened. I stopped missing spending money. It was like breaking an addiction I didn't know I had. Results. I saved an astonishing $742 that month. Money that would have otherwise disappeared on things I probably wouldn't remember buying. The pros: substantial savings, breaks impulse spending habits, forces creativity, environmental benefits. The cons: socially challenging, can feel restrictive and lead to binge spending afterward. Not sustainable long term. Some necessary expenses might get delayed. Hack number 3, the $5 a day investing challenge. The concept has blown up on social media with promises that investing just $5 daily can make you a millionaire. I set up an automated daily transfer of $5 into an index fund through a commission-free investing app. I chose a total market index fund to keep it simple. Initially, this hack was totally underwhelming. $5? That's less than my morning coffee. The first week, I checked my account and saw a whopping $35. Hardly life-changing. Week 2, I almost forgot about it completely. The transfers happened automatically, and I barely noticed the money leaving my account. By week 3, I started playing with some calculations and realized something mind-blowing. If I kept this up for 30 years with an average 8% return, that tiny $5 daily investment would grow to over $275,000. Week 4 is when I got evangelical about it. I started telling everyone about the power of consistency and compound interest. My friends probably think I joined a finance cult. Results: after 30 days, I had invested $150. Not earth-shattering, but I established a sustainable habit that could genuinely build wealth over time. Pros: painlessly builds investing habit, harnesses compound interest, psychologically easy to maintain, can be increased gradually. Cons: results take years to become significant, might create false sense of financial security. $5 might be too little for some financial goals. Still need other saving strategies. Hack number 4, the 24-hour rule. Before making any non-essential purchase, you wait 24 hours to decide if you really need it. I created a digital wish list for anything I wanted to buy. When temptation struck, I added the item to my list and set a calendar reminder for 24 hours later. This was surprisingly challenging at first. I'm an impulse shopper, especially with online sales and limited time offers. The FOMO was real. By week 2, I noticed something fascinating. I forgot about most items on my list. When the 24-hour reminder popped up, my reaction was often, wait, why did I want this again? Week 3, I started extending the rule to 48 hours for anything over $100, which filtered out even more purchases. By week 4, the wish list had become a tool for prioritizing what I actually valued versus what momentarily caught my attention. I saved approximately $390 by not making impulse purchases. Of the 17 items I put on my wish list, I only ended up buying 3 after the waiting period. Pros: eliminates almost all impulse buys, creates spending awareness without restriction, teaches patience and intentionality, 0 setup cost. Cons: can miss actual good deals, requires discipline to maintain. Some purchases need quick decisions, not helpful for habitual necessary purchases. Hack number 5, the final boss, the extreme 50-30-20 budget. While the traditional version suggests 50% on needs, 30% on wants, and 20% on savings, the viral extreme version flips it to 50% savings, 30% needs, and 20% wants. I restructured my budget completely, aiming to save 50% of my income, spend only 30% on necessities, and limit wants to 20%. This required significant lifestyle changes. Week one was pure shock. I had to question every expense. Was my apartment too expensive? Did I need that subscription? Was taking the bus instead of driving worth the time trade-off? By week two, I was meal prepping aggressively, negotiating bills, and finding creative ways to reduce my needs category. Week three brought difficult conversations, telling friends I couldn't join certain activities, and explaining my experiment to my partner, who was getting frustrated with my sudden frugality. During week four, I hit a wall. This level of saving was mathematically possible, but emotionally draining and socially isolating. I wasn't enjoying life. Results. I managed to save 42% of my income, not quite 50%, but a massive improvement over my usual 15%. However, my quality of life took a significant hit. Pros. Accelerates financial goals dramatically. Forces evaluation of true needs versus wants, creates significant financial buffer, could enable early retirement if maintained. Cons, extremely difficult to sustain, can lead to burnout or savings fatigue, may require major lifestyle downgrades, potentially negative impact on social life. So after 30 days of financial experiments, which hack actually works? Here's my verdict. The winner for me was a combination approach. The 24-hour rule and $5 a day investing are staying permanently in my financial routine. They're sustainable, effective, and don't make me feel deprived. Cash stuffing was eye-opening, and I'll use it periodically for categories where I tend to overspend. The no spend challenge? Great as a quarterly reset, but brutal for everyday life. As for the extreme 50 to 30 to 20 budget, I've modified it to a more reasonable 30 to 40 to 30 that won't make me miserable. The biggest lesson: financial hacks aren't one size fits all. The best approach is building a custom system that works for your life and goals. Personal finance is exactly that, personal. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to catch my next experiment. I'm thinking of trying passive income streams next. Let me know in the comments which ones you're curious about.